Oh, 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 and we got it so right. A dreaming now. Ah, so bye. So,
Hi. Hi.
okay, ladies and gentlemen, I believe people are in the chat. I see individuals in the chat. And can I get a bit of enthusiasm going on as we begin our season 5 of the NSL Cup? Now, I will sound আছে নাকি দেখতে চাই. Well, Samin, do confirm sound আছে নাকি. I have started talking. See 5 people in the stream. It's getting a bit crowded now. Game shuru, says Abraz, and then game shuru again. Once again, please tell me our audio ঠিক আছে নাকি, if everything is a-okay. So yes, I think we're gonna go to the competition. We're gonna manage competitions. We're gonna get season 5 of NSL Cup underway. Here we have it. Please show comments. So Tashfik, you are on YouTube. You can see the comments below in case you did not know. That's how it worked last time as well. So we have the Dhaka Daisies versus the Brahmanbaria Boots. I think I have to select one side before we begin. And let's go to match settings now. Now, this is at the Shere Bangla Cricket Stadium. Let's check the match difficulty. Just before, we go in, it's season summer. Umpire, what? Where is it? Where we'll have Richard Illingworth. And who shall we have to join him? Erasmus That's who we're having. Match difficulty. No, wait. Where did it go? This will have to be fixed in game. I apologize. The pitch settings will do a standard. Just do a standard hard or standard medium. I think that's the most balanced pitch that we have. We're just gonna go with that. And maybe also let's just do a 2 p.m. game, considering it is 2 p.m. more or less. So just to look at the lineups, Braz, do you have any comms with this? These are the lineups. Do let me know. Let's go through my lineup real quick. So we have Shubman Gill, Agarwal, Gaikwad, a strong flavors of India in the beginning, accompanied by Joe Root. Abras, please let me know if your lineup is okay in the chat, or Zunain, anyone who is with him at this moment. Do let me know. It's Taskin with some strong words in the chat here. So, okay, Abras not saying anything, so I will assume that his lineup is fine because it's the one that he gave me. Anyway. So, I think the uniforms are fine as well. So without further ado, here we go into the first game of the NSL Cup. Oh, I'm just getting chills. I'm just getting shivers thinking about the new season that's starting now. So I'll fix the volume because I know you can't hear anything because I do have the sound off. So I'll just fix it because I had the master volume all the way down. So I think it's just the commentary that needs to go down now. Crowds, everyone. You can still hear everyone though. So that should be fine. And we'll do the match difficulty real quick because yes, okay, so batting hardest. Bowling, I gave medium. And then physics, medium. I didn't touch that. Fielding hardest. Umpiring default, AI legend. Yes, this is good. These are the settings that we are going with this season around. Proven to be the one that works. Yes, I'd like to accept these settings. So can I select the teams yet? Settings. I think not yet. I'm gonna have to wait for the toss before I select teams, select sides. Hi there, says Zunaid. So I'm just edging the tournament a bit. So there we have it. Look at the pitch. Standard hard. The fans are live in the back. A lot of hype there. And Joe Root flips the coin. I still can't select a side yet. Brahmanbaria has called heads. And let's see what it says. Brahmanbaria has won the toss. So I have no input in this. Let's see what decision they'll make. And they have chosen to bowl first. Well, I believe the superstition of the chasing team has not left Brahmanbaria yet, even though they know it's a new season up ahead. Yes, I'll just do that there. So they still believe that bowling first is the way. And we had the first ball of the NSL Cup, and where is the scorecard? There is no way that we have a glitch already in this NSL Cup. Oh, dearie me. Please, hopefully by the next ball it should be back. What the hell? Okay, wait. There is no scorecard. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Why was it hide? Show a HUD. Obviously, back. Yes, I'd like to accept these. There we go. Apologies for that. So now we are in the second ball. Josh Hazelwood to Shubman Gill. Tries to play it down the ground, but he's caught there by the fielding. So it's gonna be a tight game. This is the organizer derby. Mind you, is the old organizer versus the new organizer. Shubman Gill once again not finding any luck, can't connect it with his bat properly. That wasn't a pleasant shot. I could hear it from there. Didn't really middle it. So I think He's going to want to find some big runs in the beginning, and that was a much better shot. Tried to find the gap there onto the leg side, but the fielder was there in deep cover. So Mayank Agarwal. See, this is a very different Dhaka lineup to what you normally see. Normally Dhaka, they're really known for going towards the fair-skinned individuals, if I may. It's a bit of British love, but going for an all-Indian opening is very non-Dhaka-like, so we'll see how that goes. So got a single there, and we'll get another single. A bit of a slow start for Dhaka. Maybe, I think it's the new season nerves. They're just testing out what works, what doesn't. A Lethal Trash Can says, good start, lol. Thank you, Lethal Trash Can. Now this is the big man here, Moeen Ali. A lot of hype for him. One of the highest bids. And he's gonna get a boundary in the first ball. Oh well. A quarter of the Brahmanbaria budget was spent behind this man. And looks like it's a quarter of the budget down the drain so far, because that's a back-to-back boundary for Moeen Ali to open up his books. And Mayank Agarwal looking to get his name in the NSL history books, because he wants to get a big total today. So a much better delivery there. And he's playing it onto his offside. Now much better delivery now. Much better line and much better length. Just one bounce to the fielder. Moeen looks set from below from what I see. The same bit of bowling there once again. So Agarwal, he's not taking any risks now. He knows it's the early stage of the game. It's a long way to go. And building the partnership is key. And oh, just as I'm about to say, there's no need to take a risk. Mayank Agarwal goes for glory and is met short with a wicket there. Just couldn't connect it with the bat. It's a loose ball, and that's Kane Williamson. Look at him. He didn't have to look at the ball. That's going to be a wicket. Agarwal's going to have to walk the long walk back home, and Moeen Ali gets his wicket to finish off his over. Now, on comes Rutraj Gaikwad. He's been a last-minute buy that both the Bhoots and the Cox were eyeing up. And as I remember, Zunai 91 of the Cox's Bazaar Cox saying that Abraz tui Sam ke kapta dharai dili when I made the bid for Gaikwad at the end. And that's a excellent bit of fielding there, using every bit of strength he has to stop a precious boundary. And we know exactly how precious boundaries are in this game. Every run matters. So Shubman Gill, he's still on strike. Gaikwad didn't get one yet. And Gill's, I think he wants to increase the pace now, as we've just lost a wicket. And the runs haven't been too extravagant. So it's Gaikwad batting his first ball. And it's going to be against Hazelwood. And it's a bouncer, which I think he should have let go. It could have been a wide, most probably. But Gaikwad decides against it. And it's going to be a dot ball. Sarjil, man, the stream quality is incredible. Thank you, yes. And Gaikwad! And it's going to be out! Oh, dear! I do not believe it! Dhaka in a spot of bother now. So that's two big players for Dhaka out. Gaikwad and Agarwal. And boy, oh boy, what a start to the season. The Brahmanbaria Boots looking to be the one in control at the moment. And Dhaka's in a spot of bother. So they've brought back Moeen Ali. Have not wasted any time now. They brought him back. And that's gonna be bowled mid-wicket. Oh, is that a collapse for Dhaka that's happening right now? The Daisies in a spot of bother. It's just collapsing one after the other. Spooky Hazelwood says, Abraz, I don't think he has seen what Moin Ali has done. So 55 million is talking big. And that's going to be a poorly timed shot. And they're not going to waste the opportunity to get that. They're going to get that cheeky run. So Dhaka, in a team that's been really chasing the trophy all these years, in a spot of bother. And it's another big shot. It's going to go for a maximum. It's just going to be one bounce. So Joe Root, Captain Joe Root, he understands where his team is standing right now. And he understands that they're going to have to put up a big total if they want to fight for Season 5. So this is, once again, early days in the tournament. So, you know, nothing to worry about yet, but it's not looking to be the statement start that Dhaka wanted, especially considering they're the host nation for this team. And Tom Latham now punishing Moin Ali. Moin Ali is looking to be, even though we don't have enough data yet to make a judgment on him, but he's looking to be a man who's leaking runs but getting wickets as well. So a good delivery to end up the order. Could have been, this was dangerous delivery. Done well there. Tom Latham to just, you know, get that for a dot. So now Mohammad Siraj, another big bowler, a deadly bowler, might I say. So he's going to start off his spell, and is he going to get caught for a boundary? Oh, just missed it by the inches. Shem should have stuck with your white player, says Abraz. Yes, maybe I should have. Maybe I should have. So Mohammad Siraj. So the spinners have been looking to do the trick so far. They've got a quarter of the wickets. Sorry, they've got more than 60% of the wickets. Oh my God, it's an overthrow! The first overthrow that we have seen in the NSL Cup. The Brahmanbaria boots. Just getting a bit excited, I guess. You know, a bit of butterfingers. So it was a good boundary save from an overthrow. We've gone for 4. So Dhaka got 3. A much needed 3. Now a much better delivery. Tom Latham just disposing it to the long on for a dot. And now Latham again tries to find that short boundary. There was a fielder there. It would have been a bit dangerous. He didn't connect it well. So it's going to be a 1 bounce and a single. Siraj back to haunt Dhaka after Season 2 semi-finals. Yes, Abraz, we all know how that went. It was Dhaka's game to lose that one. It was Balbernie to Siraj. All Dhaka needed was a boundary or just a few runs. But they all went for dots. And once again, Siraj putting on the pressure. Root and Latham can't find the gap. It's a much better end to the over by Siraj. And on comes Fazal Haq Faruqi. We haven't seen much of him in NSL. Let's see how he starts his career. So it's Faruqi, Tom Latham, and oh my God! It's then caught by Rakeem Cornwall! Oh, the big man! Using all his might! Standing in the slip where he normally stands. There's gonna be a wicket, so Tom Latham has to go, and Faruqi, in his very first ball, gets a wicket. So it's Dhananjaya Da Silva now. And that's also gonna be an edge. Dear, oh dear. Dhaka is in a huge spot of bother now. Wickets falling left and right. The runs are not coming. And Dhananjaya Da Silva trying to reduce that pressure now with the boundary. So the Bhoots looking in the hot seat in this tournament. I mean in this game so far. And Da Silva, he plays that shot again. He pulls it into the leg side. A welcome back-to-back boundary for Dhaka. You're going to need a lot more of those. So we don't really know yet what's a big score and what's not. It's still one that we have to see. And also 1 bounce beautifully caught there. Lightning reactions. Cornwall MRF catch of the match, says Abraz. And I think that might just be the case now. So Da Silva just enjoying the leg side. I don't think it has the legs yet. It's been fielded well. I think that's by Siraj. So saved a couple of runs. So I believe 10 of this over, if I'm not wrong. So been a good one. And on comes the big man himself. Look at him, Raheem Cornwall. And all his might and glory. Cornwall to Root. Cornwall obviously not preferring to run now. So that wasn't connected well. The outfield does look a bit slow, as we've seen over here. Not the fastest outfield, but not the slowest either, maybe. So couldn't connect it there, Root. It's going to be a quick single. So is Dhananjaya Da Silva now. Oh my god! Is that a middle stump? Raheem Cornwall, Raheem the Dream. Oh, you beauty, just look at that. The bails flying off. Dhananjaya Da Silva had no idea where that went. And he's gonna have to walk the long walk. And on comes Wanindu Hasaranga. So Dhaka in a big spot of bowler. See, this would have been a problem if they had some big runs on the board. And oh dear, that could have just chopped onto his own wood. Wanindu Hasaranga, you need to be careful. So from what I've noticed is the slower balls that are creating the problems. So once again, Hasaranga can't connect there. So it's not for two. Cornwall off to an absolutely beautiful start to his career. And this is up in the air. I think it's going to be caught. Hasaranga's going to have to walk the walk. But no! Oh, it's gone for a 6. It's gone for a maximum. If you looked at the trajectory and the momentum, you would have thought that it would have just been a fielder's dream. But I think the boundary, due to the short boundary, he just got lucky there for a 6. So Hasaranga getting some big runs. And he launches again! So this isn't going to be a from maximum. So one bounce. It's going to be a 4. So once again, in terms of runs, a rather good over for Dhaka. But they've lost a crucial wicket of Da Silva. So none of the batsmen really getting set for Dhaka now. They've just been here. They've been scoring runs and just leaving. But the run rate itself isn't too high. Just 7.26. Is that good or bad for this pitch? We don't really know yet. So we're on to the last 3 overs. And they're going to want some big runs. And that's an edge now. And I believe Root, if you let that go, it would have been a wide. Don't know why you played that shot. So 2 dot balls. Not what Dhaka would have wanted. So Root's going to have to play some big shots. And once again, he finds that gap over there. A gap he really loved in his previous duel with Farooqi. And just bisecting the fielders into the deep square leg. And it's gonna be a 4. A lot more of those. And a bouncer is gonna get edged over the top of the wicketkeeper for another welcome boundary. So Root now, he's set. That's the first set batsman we've seen from Dhaka. None of them really had the chance to, really go for it. Because the pressure was too much from the bowlers of the Brahmanbaria booth. So just a single there. Ooh, an overthrow. Caught by Nisanka. We've seen 1 overthrow so far this game. Will there be more? Maybe that would have been needed for Dhaka. So Hasranga's going to face the last ball. Can't connect it. And it's going to be a dot. So I'd say a good over. A good over restricting, especially the death overs. When you can restrict some big runs. So Cornwall is going to be one of the members playing the death overs here. And oh my god! Identical to the Da Silva wicket here. He puts that, look at that turn, look at that spin. It's going to be a middle stump. So Cornwall starting his second over just like how he started his first over with a wicket. And it's the big root of Joe Root's been uprooted, and Mark Chapman says, I know my team is in trouble. And I know Dhaka bid an absurd amount for me. So I'm going to show my worth. And it's going to be a 6er from Mark Chapman. As Dhaka's going to need a lot more boundaries. It's going to need all boundaries. And Chapman understands the assignment. And it's going to go for a 4 now. So 10 runs already from 3 balls. But a wicket of Joe Root. A big wicket. And Mark Chapman, he really needs to pick up the pace. You can hear the whistles from the Sher Bangla Stadium. Probably some pitch invaders. Or probably some rowdy fans since Dhaka, their home team, is not going well. So it's going to be a quick double here. No fielders in the inner circle at that point. And they're going to need that Dhaka. So 11 runs already. 2 boundaries would be very much welcome. It would be very much welcome indeed. And Chapman tries to go for the boundary there, but it's just going to be a single. So Hasaranga's on strike to finish off the over. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be a boundary? Is it going to be a dot? Is it going to be a wicket? And I think it is going to be a boundary there. It's going to be a maximum. Oh, just 1 bounce short. And you can see the fans in purple with the 4 scoreboard there. Hasaranga drinking it in. This is his back-to-back tenure in Dhaka. He's been a retained player, so the fans really do know this man. So Siraj is going to be the man bowling the final over. And it's going to go to the fielder, and Hasaranga is on strike. And I think that might be a better option. Ooh, Chapman just descending in second run. Smart there. Hasaranga is the set batsman. You are going to want him to bowl or to bat the final over for Dhaka. Mind you. So far, I'd say it has been Brahmanbaria's game. They've been the one control. They've been the one the hot seat. So Hasaranga now, what can you do? Oh, and you missed it! Could have easily chopped it onto his own wood for a wicket. So a dot. A single and a dot. Not what Dhaka wants. Not what the home fans want. And Hasaranga now tries to run a gap there. It's going to be another dot. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Siraj really dealing the damage now. So wickets don't really matter now. It's just about the runs and the dots. Restrict as much as possible. And it's another dot. This is identical to that Siraj over to Balbirnie in season 2 in the semi-finals with Chattogram Chutias. No runs coming, just dots galore. Dots galore. And Hasaranga is going to be another dot. Oh no, it just slipped through him. It slipped through the fielder, so it's going to be 2 runs there. Who was it? Was that Nisanka? Probably. Didn't have the lightning reflexes too. Just too much pace on it. So I think a boundary would be a really nice way to finish this spell. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. So a very good performance from the Brahmanbaria Bhoots. And the Dhaka Daisies, I don't think they're going to have their heads high. Given that scoreboard. A lot of wickets, a lot of outs. You can see there, Shubman Gill bowled middle stump. Absolutely having no clue what was happening there. It's a few of the highlights. Tom Latham's 4. Yes, there were boundaries, but not too many of them. Not too many of them. So we're gonna go, as you can see, wow, Gaikwad, a duck. He's been a hot player. A player that both the Cox and the Boots missed. No one really picking up the pace. It's Joe Root with 22. Small runs, and we have the opening partnership of Alex Hales and Nisanka for the Brahmanbaria Bhoots. So in the comments, give me your live win predictor. Give me your live win percentage. So Jimmy James Anderson's going to open it up for the Daisies. Going to be a single there. I think Jimmy James Anderson might be the oldest player in this tournament. He's just at 40 years of age. And he's the oldest individual in this entire tournament. So he's not retiring yet. He says, I still have the legs. So that's a swing and a miss for Alex Hales. Oh, look at his tattoos. Hales, he's a man who's not bound to social comms. But he's been a man who's been a hit or a miss. And it's gonna be a miss for this season as well. Alex Hales is gonna have to go for a duck. And Jimmy James Anderson, the experienced campaigner, says, oh, you young folks with your tattoos and your brash way of living, you're no match for the old disciplined hard style. So Jimmy James Anderson with a wicket in the very first over, and that's what Dhaka would have wanted. And what is that? Is that a no ball? Oh, Anderson, what have you done? Just as I was singing your praises. The commentator's curse lives on. Kane Williamson is going to make use of that no ball. I think it's going to be go for a boundary. Oh no, the men in purple and their purple caps is going to save that. Some much needed runs. Taskin says boot 60%. Yes, I also feel that as well. So it's a no ball stain on a what was a quite a good start. So Kane Williamson, he's been a player also that Brahmanbaria boots have splashed their cash on. He's part of the 90 club, I believe. One of the few players to have that rating. So Williamson once again trying to find the gap. Hasn't been so. They've just taken a single. Interesting. So I think they want Williamson to retain strike, not giving it to Nissanka. And it's going to be Keshav Maharaj, the #1 ODI bowler, mind you. And we've seen the spinners do the trick so far in this game. And is Maharaj going to live up to that? And of course he's not. He's going to get punished for a boundary. And Kane Williamson opens up the books of his boundaries with that one. It's going to be a 4. The run rate isn't much. This game, if Dhaka is going to win, is going to be won on wickets. So they have to be bowling quite well. They have to give the googlies, the doosras, whatever you want there. Gonna have to try and bait the batsman for an edges. And Williamson is an experienced campaigner. If anyone who's unlikely to fall for those tricks, it's Williamson himself. So, and just as I say that, Williamson has fell for the trick of an edge. And he's gonna have to walk the long walk. Oh boy! The man in the slip, I'm not sure who that was. You could see him dive in excitement, not knowing what to do. Joe Root it was, but Tom Latham said, buddy, if you were to get that, you would have missed. I'm gonna get that myself. And Kane Williamson, one of the big players of this tournament, and one of the big players of this boots, is gonna have to go home, not scoring much. And it's Moeen Ali now, Mr. 55 million. Let's see if he can do anything. He's been amazing with the ball, and he's looking to be a solid man with the bat, starting it off with the boundary. So Keshav Maharaj, he's given away 8 runs, but he's got a wicket, and a big one at that one. So now Moeen Ali, the next target for Dhaka, and sniped. Boom, boom, boom. Keshav Maharaj, the #1 ODI bowler, telling us why exactly he is the #1 ODI bowler. And he just got arguably the whales, the big sharks, the big dons of the Brahmanbaria boots. And he told Williamson, and he told Moeen Ali, you know what? You guys are the boots because you guys ghost. Ghost when your team needs you the most. And it's going to be Matthew Wade now walking onto the pavilion. He knows that there's a big task at hand, and Nissanka, who hasn't seen any action from the ball in the first 2 overs, is going to get his first bit here. And it's going to be a good one, a good edge. It was going to go for 4, but an unnecessary amount of effort there from the Dhaka men in purple to get that boundary saved. So he's going to retain strike now, Nissanka. Now, how is he going to be? We've never seen Nissanka in the NSL Cups before. We don't know how this man plays. We don't know what he likes. We don't know what he does not like. I think this is going to be a big day if he has to show up, if he has to solidify his name in the NSL Cup books. It is going to be today. Some of the club elders have not fared well, and it's up to the youngsters to really drive this game home. So, an early breakthrough for Dhaka, and it's Jimmy James Anderson again. It's going to be a wide there. Oh, Latham having to stretch his arms to stop a by-run 4. So Anderson is looking to be the one with the extras. He's given a no ball, he's given a wide. Is the age creeping up to him? You know, does he no longer have the consistency of youth? And he's gonna get smacked for a 4 there. He did get the big wicket in the beginning. He did get the first wicket for Dhaka, the breakthrough. But he's looking to be expensive now. And oh, just as I say that, Matthew Wade just lifts it up for the man there. Who was that? Was it Agarwal? I think so. And it's just an absolute beauty of a ball. Didn't even have to move. Just beautifully caught that. And Matthew Wade, another disappointment for the Boots. He's gonna have to walk. So 4 wickets already gone before you could say that 3 overs have been completed. And you see the fodder field in action. Dhaka with a bit of sledging out of coming in. And it says that, you know what? You thought you were a good organizer. But welcome to Dhaka. And fear the bloom. And there we have Nisanka trying to launch a dangerous position there because he couldn't connect it and a fielder was just waiting patiently. And Keshav Maharaj, the big man, the man who got the wickets of both Williamson and Moeen Ali. Is he gonna get a 4-wicket haul? Even a 5-wicket haul? It's still possible. It's still on the cards. We're just gonna have to see now. There we go. The Captain Root with his glasses is saying, now a bit to the side there. Play him like how we played Moeen. Play him like how we played Williamson. And he's going to launch it into the hands, the safe hands of the fielder there, into the mid-on. Who is that man? We will have to see. Keshav Maharaj with 3 wickets. Oh boy. He's having a wonderful night now, isn't he? And if anyone can save the Boots from this dangerous position, it's Killer Miller. What a World Cup he's had for South Africa. We've seen him absolutely destroy the opposition, scoring hundreds and absolutely no number of balls. So David Miller, we're going to have to see that side of him come out because, mind you, even though Dhaka is looking to be in the hot seat, by taking half the wickets available, just look at this. Look at what's needed. It's not much. Just 60 from 37, which in NSL Cup terms is not a difficult equation. Just 1 batsman set is what you need to really turn this game around. And Rishabh Pant and David Miller, if the Boots were to have any duo in this situation, it would be them. So a big shout there from the Dhaka men, but I don't think that's going to count for anything. Joe Root, there's no need to review that. We all heard the bat. It wasn't from the legs. It wasn't a bye. And Shudin Mamun says, Bhai, ki avastha. Yes, you can see the avastha right here. And oh, dear me! The spinners! It's looking to be a spinner's affair. And Rishabh Pant is gonna have to go home. And boy, oh boy, this looks to be a Dhaka affair, this one. It looks to be a Dhaka affair. And mind you, this was, and Rakeem Cornwall, oh boy, starting off with a boundary there. You know, just caught me off guard. It's a much-needed boundary. Man, you know, a lot more of those. And mind you, remember lads, if you were joining us for season 3, if you were joining us for season 4, there was a superstition, a big superstition in this tournament that, you know, if you're chasing, you're winning. And the low IQ members, like the crazy Kurigram owners, would just be like, oh, you know, chasing team 1, what's new? The Joshua Jokers would say, chasing team 1, what's new? But please look at this scorecard now and tell me what's new indeed. I'll tell you what's new. The chasing team, the defending team, it no longer matters. It's level playing ground once again. What matters is the mentality that you have, what you bring onto the pitch, what you bring onto the field. And we've seen the men of Dhaka bring a iron-willed mentality onto the field. And Dhanjay De Silva is just going to get unlucky with that edge over there. But it's not going to go for a boundary. Wasn't enough pace on it. And it's just going to be 2 runs. So David Miller's really going to have to get some boundaries in this over to reduce the pressure. It's still a winnable game, mind you. It's still very winnable. And just as I say that, one of the boundaries has come in this ball. Just punishing the Silva now. David Miller, he's a man on a mission. He knows it's a big assignment, but it's not impossible. Not impossible. Ooh, tries to connect it. But just got unlucky there. He's going to go for an edge. Not enough pace on it to go for a 4. Fielder's going to get comfortably for a single. So, 49 from 27. The clock is ticking. The balls are going down. And Rakeem Cornwall, the big man. Oh, he's. I don't think he's going to be a man who's going to play for singles. He's going to be a man who's go big or go home. Well, he already is big. That's half of the equation sorted. And it looks like the other half has just been written for him. He's going to have to go home. Boy, oh boy, Rakeem tried to find the gap, but Rutraj Gaikwad diving with some lightning reflexes, and he's going to get a very, very big wicket in terms of mass and in terms of legacy. So Fazal Haq Farooqi, the bowlers are now coming on. And you don't want that to happen when you have 4 overs to go and a task of 49 runs to eat up. So at this moment, I can say that it is very much Dhaka's game to lose now. It's very much Dhaka's game to lose. Just 3 wickets from a victory. And David Miller, if anyone is going to perform a miracle, it's going to be him. He was also one of the big buys for the Bhoots. A plus 30 million buy, so he plays the same shot again. But he just can't connect it. If he could middle it, that'd be an easy boundary. So I think that's going to be 2 more. No, it's just a single. It's just a single this time around. So it's Farooqi on strike. So let's see what mentality he brings. Is he going to go for the big shots? Oh, he is. But I'd say, just give the strike to Miller. Give the strike to Miller. If anyone can hit it, it's him, right? And Tanzim says, will Brahmanbaria get to 36, says Shudeen. In case you don't know, 36 is a big number. It's a bit of Sector Stallion's heritage. It was a famed game where Shudeen was not present. The owner was not present in the match. And we told him, oh, Shudeen, you won the game. Go watch it. What a performance. What a comeback you've done. And this poor fellow watched his team get 39 all out. Boy, oh boy. So Hasaranga, I was just about to say ending his spell well, but it's going to be a boundary. And a much welcome boundary at that. So it's Dhananjaya De Silva. He's an all-round. He's not an expert spinner. And Dhaka is going with the fodder field now. That could have been the first occurrence of stumping that we've seen. And the umpire's going to go upstairs, and I think that is out. I just think that is out, or is it? Oh, it's millimeters. It's millimeters, this one. We're going to have to wait on the board. And it's 3 letters. O-U-T. The first case of stumping Fazal Haq Farooqi, a man who tried to go big. And a man who's going to have to go home. So Mohammad Siraj is now you don't want to see Siraj. You don't want to see Siraj coming on to the pitch when you have 3 crucial overs and 41 runs to do. What are you doing, Brahmanbaria? Miller's looking set. He's looking to get the big runs. And that's the man you want on strike. So get a single. Just try to find a single. Just defend it well. Defend it within the circle. But Siraj is just, I don't know what he's playing. 2 dots and it's just pressure creeping. Pressure creeping. Oh boy. It's looking to be a maiden wicket over if Siraj doesn't do anything in these last 2 balls. Come on, what is this man doing here? And he's gonna try to be a hero and play the big shot. Was it worth it? After 3 balls, so 4 runs there, a welcome boundary. A welcome boundary. Another boundary would really be what the Bhoots would want right now. And it's gonna be defended. Ooh, boy. So it is David Miller on strike, and it's Bas the lead. the one who's doing the bowling. He's a new pickup in the NSL Cup, a new pickup for Dhaka. And he's going to start his career with a boundary. David Miller knows his assignment. He knows what needs to be done. This game is not lost now. One big over, one massive over. And all of a sudden, we're looking at a different picture. And David Miller with a 6 and a 4 with 10 runs already understands that. And this game is now turning to the Brahmanbaria boots. Bas the lead. Are you already going to get called off from the team? A much better ball now. Played at full length. A shout for an LBW, but I think he just nicked the bat first. It just nicked the bat first, so a dot to recover Bas the lead. And 3 boundaries. And we can see a much different story, and that's one of them. That's one of them. David Miller enjoying that short boundary there. And this game all of a sudden is just turning around. 2 more boundaries. And we're looking at a different picture. Oh, Miller tried to play a shot again. It's going to be a single to Mohammad Siraj. And Siraj, he wants to play a big shot or he wants to defend it. He wants to give that last over to Miller. If Brahmanbaria is going to try to stick in with a chance. And Siraj just said, nope. I'm going to be the hero and I'm going to give them the boundary that they much needed. So, a massive over. 21 runs coming off it. Joe Root, look at him, he's disappointed. He says, Bass, the new kid, I gave you a chance. And it's Mark Chapman, another newbie who's going to be given a chance. Why does Dhaka not have any bowlers left? And Chapman is going to be a 6 or it's going to be a wicket. Oh, it's going to be a 6. David Miller. Well. The Brahmanbaria boots have just reeled this back in. So we just need 10 from 5. Oh my God. I do not believe this. I do not believe this. David Miller, take a bow. It's now 4 from 4. Mark Chapman and Bas the lead have just thrown this game away. And it's going to be an edge there. Are they going to take 2? No, they're just taking 1. Ooh. And it's going to be to Siraj. Killer Miller was a player for Dhaka last season. And you can imagine the boos in the crowd that's happening right now. And oh, it's a wicket! What a wicket at that! A twist to the tail! Mark Chapman! Mark Chapman! Oh, you beauty! Mohammad Siraj, the fall wicket, so it's just 1 wicket! 1 wicket and the game is done, but 1 boundary and the game is done as well. Which way is it going to play out? Oh, Hazelwood tries to go big! And that could have very easily been an out! What an opening game we have on our hands! This could go either way. Chapman to Hazelwood. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a big shot. It's gonna be a dot. And Dhaka have won this game in an absolute thriller. Oh boy, oh boy. David Miller, for all his hard work, for everything that he's done, is gonna go home for naught. A game that was gone to the wire. Just the twists and the turns. What an electrifying way to open up the NSL Cup. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why we watch the tournament. This is why we're here. This is NSL. Oh, just look at the scorecard. I'm gonna have to take a picture here. Abra says Season 2 hauntings coming back. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What a game we just had on our hands. To those who have missed it, a moment of silence. But to those who have witnessed it, what a treat. A huge choke from the Brahmanbaria boots. 44 runs from Miller. And the last 2 overs wasn't enough. Bas the lead almost threw the game away. Mark Chapman almost threw the game away. But some poor decisions from the Brahmanbaria end has given this game to Dhaka. Look at the economy here. Raheem Cornwall with 14. The most expensive. And for Dhaka, I can imagine, was Bas Delete. Just 1 over and 21 runs off it. So what a game this was. And what an opening. I can't imagine. The Brahmanbaria boots are quite happy after that one. So here we have it. Dhaka won by 2 runs. An absolute thriller. And these are the matches we have for match day 1 in Group B. We have the Nogor Purdunus versus the Kushtia Kankis. The Chotrakram Chutias versus Tangal Desikals. Let's look at the run rate. So just the net run rate just 0.2. So not much. It wasn't a, as if it's down to a wire, not convincing win, not a commanding win. Just 0.2 there. And yeah, not how Brahmanbaria wanted to start the campaign. So a long way to go. It's a long season. It's just the opening game. Very much early days. So as we can see, anything can happen. Keshav Maharaj. Oh, we see the batting being dominated by the Dhakas because no one could really get off. As Miller, the outlier. And 4 6 from Miller. Wow, what a number. So that, I think that was at the opening game. I might just do, given the time in Dhaka, it might just be the only game for today. Unless anyone else wants it. We'll talk in the group. But for now, this was your host, Sam Singt, in the NSL Cup Season 5. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever in the world you are. And as always, this is NSL.